So it's now been 4 days since I accepted the fact that I've broken up with my ex and that we are done. And there's no coming back from it. It was a month of fighting back and forth about how much potential our relationship had and how we could make it work even though it was long distance and not going to be easy. Sorry, I look like shit. It's pretty early. I found the mornings are hard. The mornings when you're waking up and you don't have that good morning text, or you don't get to send that good morning text. But I've also come to the terms with the fact that I really am only missing the memory. I'm missing the comfort. You're not going to love just anybody, and that's not what I'm saying. Man, I look rough. Haircut day today, anyway. Of course you're going to fall in love with somebody else, and of course that somebody is going to be amazing and special to you, just like my last somebody was. But when it all comes down to it, and at the end of the relationship, I don't miss her specifically. I miss what I had. I miss the fact that I had somebody to talk to, that I had somebody to share my good and my bad news with. Somebody that I could call in the middle of the day. Somebody I could flirt with over text or a phone call through the middle of the day. Somebody who knew me and knew totally who I was. And somebody I knew totally who they were. The mornings seem to be the hardest so far. I've done pretty good not letting myself break down the last couple days. So it gets better. Just a little bit of back history. When we first broke up, she broke up with me, and it was mainly about distance and the impossibility of actually being able to reside together. There was other factors. She wasn't perfect. I wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all know that. But at the end of the day, I always thought she was perfect for me, and I always thought I was perfect for her. The relationship was about 1.5 years, so we broke up a month ago. Then after a week and a bit, we talked. She came and she spent a weekend with me, and we had an amazing weekend. It was perfect. Now, I pampered her, and I took really good care of her, but at the end of it, we decided, nope, we have a connection, we have love, this is what we want, let's strive through it. After 4 days of her leaving that weekend, she had grown distant and wasn't communicating anymore, and I ended it. And then that was when the back and forth come in. We talked a few times. I won't lie, I begged. I was a sad, broken man, and I begged. I was like, hey, please don't leave. Let's do this. We can do this. Today is now Sunday. Revenge of the 5th. So on Thursday night, I text her a bunch of things, and it was at that point, after reading back that text history, that I realized that I annoyed her. It was over. Friday morning was really tough. A lot of tears, a lot of upsetness, a lot of not feeling good enough for anybody. But I watched a lot of videos, probably videos not too dissimilar to the one that you guys are going to watch. And it made me realize that, you know what? It is okay not to have her, and that I will be okay, and that I am a good person, and I'll treat anybody that I decide to be with really good. I wrote a letter with all my feelings, and if you're gonna write a letter to let yourself help or let yourself mend, and it helped me immensely. The letter helped me so much. But if you're going to write a letter, I suggest that you don't just put in the negative things, put in the positives. My letter started off by thanking her for all of the things that she had done, thanking her for letting me be me, and don't get me wrong, I put in some of the things that she was at fault, but I also apologized for some of the things that I was at fault. And when I looked at that letter and I read it probably 40 times, every time I read it, it got easier to read and it helped. Now, will I ever send it to her? I don't know. It's still too early to tell. Next weekend, she will be coming to collect her belongings from my house, and that's going to be a new challenge. Hopefully, the next time I post a video, I'm going to look a little better than I do today, but that's fine. My first video, if you've watched it, you will be able to tell I'm a little inebriated because I needed to do that. Needed that to happen to help me cope, which I was in a safe place, and that's what I would suggest. If you need to go out and get drunk, do it, but be with people that care about you. Don't just go out to the bar and get mangled. Don't risk fucking drinking and driving. If you're gonna do it, be with a sibling, a cousin, a best friend, somebody who's going to embrace you and your sadness, and who's going to overly know that you're hurting and take care of you. They're going to let you get smashed and fall asleep. They're gonna just don't do it unsafely is what I'm saying. I don't know if it's healthy or not. I'm not one to judge that. I drink when I'm happy, and I don't mind drinking. I like it. So I did it, and anyway, yeah, just be safe, be strong, and know that every day it gets a little bit easier. And you're going to have those moments where you're like, oh my God, I miss her so much, or I miss him so much. Think about what you're missing. It's not that person. It's the things that that person gave you. And that's somebody who's going to be excited to hear from you. I miss that. I miss having somebody who is excited to hear from me. I miss having somebody to wake up beside that's going to see my face in the morning and smile. It's not specifically that person, because this isn't my first relationship. And every time I've gone through a breakup, these are the same feelings. Anyway, this video is running a little long, and I do look like shit, and I have to get dressed. I just had some thoughts. I figured I'd share them with you guys. If you are struggling, just remember to focus on the reason you're hurting and breathe. Cry it out if you have to. It will get better. You will get over it. And remember that it's not specifically Joanne that you're missing, or Jimmy, or whatever your partner's name was. It's the comforts and the pleasures that being in a relationship provide us as people. And one more time, the not having somebody to kiss first thing in the morning, the not walking into your kitchen and seeing your beautiful partner cleaning and wrapping your arms from around or from behind. It's those things. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.